What's going on, guys? My name is Torch. Welcome to episode 6 of Subnautica. If you guys remember last time, we went ahead and moved the base from our location up by our life pod, which is up this way? Yeah. Over there, about 300 meters away, down into the red kelp zone. We got that all done pretty quickly. But we didn't get a whole lot more done in that whole episode, so we're going to try to get some more of that stuff done. There's the reef backs. They're always hanging out by the base. So let's go check out, see what we got going on inside.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
On radio, we got no messages. We have a fabbed med kit ready. Some batteries and stuff. Well, we got low battery on anything. Seems like our batteries are pretty good. Well, we can replace this one. Flashlight we got. Where's our... yeah, habitat builder's good as well. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and put that extra good battery in here. Well, helps if you actually do it. And then we'll put this one that needs to be charged up in here. Also, the Sunbeam gave us, we got on the radio, a message from the Sunbeam that they picked up our debris field. So hopefully they're coming out this way. See if we can't, if we hear from them again, that'd be good. Let's see what else we got to do. We gotta put this, all this titanium back. We don't have any room for it. Well, we'll have to make this. For now, we'll have this be as titanium as well. We got like an egg and a... well, we'll figure that out. And then, do we have any other... we got some water. We could use one of those. One thing I realized too about the water is you guys have been seeing me basically get the water from the bladderfish, which is a good source, but there's another good source that I haven't really been utilizing. I don't really need the med kit. We're gonna need some food and some water, so I'm gonna check. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about right now. Grab this piece of quartz because I saw it. We're gonna head up to, I think there is a bunch of it down here as well. I think that's some of it right here. What we're looking for is salt, which that's what we got some of right there. But the other thing we need is not down here. We need coral tube coral sample, I think is what it is. Some more salt, we'll grab that. And we're going to use those two things, the salt and the, the coral sample, to make bleach. And bleach you can actually turn into 2 of that disinfected water, which actually gives you more of a boost. I think it's 30 water as opposed to only 20 from the waters you get from the bladderfish. So it's definitely nice to grab that while we're here. We're finding a lot of salt, so we'll be able to make a bunch of this water. I don't normally grab it, so it's it's probably pretty plentiful around here right now. Oh, that one's still coming for me? Nope. They're not so accurate, so as long as you keep moving, you can pretty much avoid them. And just give them a couple slashes and they leave you alone. I just don't like it when you take the metal. See some more salt over there. So this is what we're looking for. And I haven't run one of these out yet. It seems like these might be infinite. I'm not sure, but as you saw, I just slashed it a whole bunch of times. It didn't go away, and there's plenty more to get, so. I don't think they have that down where our base is, but as you can see, it's not very far. And this is also where the salt is, so. Is dropping any teeth over here? I didn't mean that you could just... I didn't even get hurt. Avoid them for a second. Flash them up. Get 2 more pieces of salt. I don't typically grab it, so... because like the cured food is nice, but once you get plants, you don't really need it. So I haven't really been grabbing a ton of salt. I think that's the modification bay, which I think we finished. It could be mobile vehicle bay. Did we get the modification station? I do not see it. Moon pool. Modification station, we did get it, so yeah, even if it is that, we don't need it. How much more space we got? 3 more pieces. I'll take that back. Some more salt. Nothing I really want to ditch. I can always come back. It's not too far. More metal. And the creepvine zone is like literally right off of our spawn. Trying to make sure I'm going the right direction here. So it's not like a big deal for us to come back there. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, we got the propulsion cannon blueprint last time. And the scanner room, but we won't be building that. We'll probably grab the propulsion cannon, but the scanner room we don't really need just yet. If I didn't go into that before, I can't remember if I did. That's basically, you can use it to scan for materials and other things that you want. So it's pretty advantageous to have. But since I know where a lot of the stuff is, at least at the beginning, maybe once we get a little further on and I become less familiar with where stuff is, then we will we'll utilize that more. More scrap metal. This is why we gotta get the beacon, because I get turned around and then, because I know like I'm heading back towards the life pod, because I know that's relatively close. Oh, the sea moth is right in front of our base, actually. That's what we'll do for now. We'll just leave the sea moth over here, because as long as the sea moth is parked out in front of this place, then we'll at least have a beacon to get back. When we take the sea moth out, obviously that's not going to work, but...
30 seconds.
Oh, this oxygen. I'm going to look into seeing to the high capacity tank. Once we can make that, that'll... Because, I mean, 135 O2 is great, but it gets you up above 200, I believe. Which will be really nice to have. Or just take the sea moth with us. We also need to eat. We're taking care of water, but we're also going to need food. So, yeah, we can make bleach. We'll make as much of this as we can right now.
Bleach is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
So, yeah. And for every one of these you make, you get 2 disinfected water back. So, you don't even need any other ingredients, it's just bleach. And we grabbed plenty of salt, so we'll just make as much as we can. And this should take care of our water. And we had a decent amount of water, but I hate having to like scramble to get it. But I do need some food though. Melt down this metal scrap. CO2, that's what we have. So we need to make that modification station as well. Alright, that's not ready. Oh, I made the bleach, but forgot to make the actual water. So yeah, every one of those bleaches give you 2 disinfected water, which give you 30 water, H2O, whatever you want to call it, I believe. So it's going to be a little bit better than the waters we were making before, which are just filtered water. You need a little more ingredients to make it, but as you can see, they're not hard to find. As long as you know where to look. And if you're watching this, you know where to look, so. I'm running out of power making so much stuff. Might have to, I think we finished the bioreactor, so we might have to get one of those set up pretty soon, or throw some more solar panels on top. We're already down to 30 power. I don't typically make this much stuff at once, but... Alright, now we managed to do it. Let's put all this water away. I don't even have room for it all. That was a miscalculation. Let's... We have titanium on us, so... I typically have like a drop locker anyway. For the time being, that's going to be full of water. Like, I like to have a locker right here, so in case I'm trying to do something, and I have a whole bunch of stuff on me and something's happened in the game I want to run to, I like to have a place to just dump whatever I have on me. So for now, we'll just be taking our water out of there. That's full. The rest of this in here. And quartz, I saw we have some of. And then we'll put the one more piece of that in there as well. Extra med kit too. Actually, we should be drinking a couple of those right now. Yeah, so 30 it gives you. Which actually, might as well use up one of these 20s.
Foreign bacteria levels in the water. Performing a self-scan is advised.
Oh.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Detecting trace amounts of foreign bacteria. Continuing to monitor.
That's never good. We're already getting sick. So, it's from the radiation that's in the water. We kind of knew that was coming, but... What? Oh, another one. I'm like, how are you not dead? So we'll just, we gotta need to get some food going. We'll grab, I'd like to get peepers, but I'm not really seeing any. It's unusual. Might just grab whatever's, oh. I was gonna say, I might just grab whatever's around, then I finally saw one. This is how this game goes. Like, alright, I'm done looking for this, I'll just grab whatever, and then you find it. Since I have the space and he's already after me, I'll take his metal. You see what I mean? Like, as long as you keep moving, they're not very good at getting a good bite in on you. Avoid them, keep moving around for a couple seconds, and should be good to go. Yeah, see, I'm glad I noticed that sea moth is... I'm glad we parked the sea moth right there, because that's making this easier. Get back to right where our base is at. I know where it is when we're coming over from the life pod area, but coming back from another area, I get turned around really easy. It's really easy to do that in this game, so I should be paying attention more to my compass. Now, I was gonna look into making that propulsion cannon. What do we need? Wiring kit, a battery, and titanium. I think we got all that. We do want to make this food though. I grabbed a little bit. I was a little overzealous. I don't think I need quite this much food, but it'll last for a little while. Yeah, 32 apiece. I need 2 of those. Medkit done. Try to be diligent about that. And just use that actually. We got plenty. And that little fish took a good chomp out of us. Like I said, this is why we have this. Just drop all that extra stuff in there. We'll put the food in there too. It doesn't last any longer on you than it does inside of a container. So, oh yeah, let's grab the silver. Is going to be in here if we have enough. We do. What was it? A battery. Isn't any batteries low? We'll use the battery out of this. Oh no, that's the ion. I'm definitely not using that. What's the next lowest one? I don't really have any low ones, so we'll use the flashlight battery. It's at 91. Just a regular battery, yeah. So wiring kit, battery, and it's at titanium. And back and forth and back and forth. But now we should be able to make... What? Did I forget something? Oh, I gotta make the wiring kit first. Wiring kit. Now we can make propulsion cannon. So we'll need that when we go for the Aurora, because you have to like go in some different areas, and it's good to be able to move stuff. Not familiar with it. It just allows you to use gravity to pull stuff in, and either if some of the smaller stuff you can shoot back, some of the bigger stuff you can at least launch some like smaller rocks and stuff at. Put the battery back in that. I'll show you what I mean, which is going to be good for these little red fish now. If I see them, like here's, yeah, these suckers. Bye. Just launch them into next week, so that'll be nice to have. It does take up quite a bit of room though. This I think is the one we killed. You can get his body out here. All right, so we have the rendezvous point, and it's head over by the Aurora. So let's grab our rad gear. Let's head over that way and see We just need the helmet, I think is the only thing we gotta replace. Doesn't like it if you go out there with not having your rad helmet. We have med kit. You know what? Since we have so much water, oh, of course. Since we have so much water, I'm gonna drink one and take one. I can always ditch it or drink it if we need to, if we need it for the space or whatever. This is, we have so much now. Like I said, I think I would have been slightly overboard on the water, but I wanted to show that off, so. We want to go this way. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here and see if that that life pod pops up, because they said that they went down over by the Aurora, but that there was a radiation, so. But I didn't see a marker pop up for them. I think it was life pod 4. I think that's something we probably already have. I caught a glimpse of something in this box. Yes, Sea Glide fragment. Definitely have. We have 2 of those actually. Be good if I could like break that down for the materials again. Because now we have a bunch of extra tools that we don't need. But am I still going the right way? And I see that the sea moth only has 54% power. Unfortunately, ooh, okay. We don't want to go too much. That's where we ran into the Reaper before. I know there's a Reaper like kind of behind the Aurora, so I don't really want to go behind it if possible. I'm gonna try to go like up the left side of it and see what's going on, if anything pops up. If not, we will just keep going and looking for blueprints and building various things like our new propulsion cannon. That'll be nice. So when we get the prawn suit, you can actually when you get the prawn suit, you can mine those larger pieces of titanium. Oh, really? Okay, I'm super close to the back of the Aurora. That's my fault. This is why we pay attention. Ooh, I think we want that actually. Oh, there's no Reapers around. Yeah, Cyclops bridge fragment. We definitely want that. So at least if we're not gonna, if we don't find this life pod, we're getting some blueprints and a couple chests. Ooh, what was that? Oh, power cell. Well, we could use that. 200. Like that. Alright. So, at least we got a fresh charge too. See a bunch more salt, but I know there's better. Is that a battery? Yeah, it's clearly there's better items over here than salt. We can get all the salt we want over in the creepvine area, so there's another piece of Cyclops engine. I'm going like 2 feet and stopping, but that's okay. Same thing with the quartz. I'm gonna leave that here for now. I'm gonna focus on better stuff. Sand shark. I know I kind of am taking each little bend lightly to see what's going on each time I cross over, because I know there's another Reaper like in front of the ship. I don't really want to run into him either. Another battery. We're getting a lot of electronics at least. Nothing else. We got a couple pieces of the Cyclops so far too, which is always good. Always want to get, we want to get the Cyclops as soon as possible, so I think we're getting close to the, oh, Not quite, but I know he's up there. I'm sure we'll hear him, but... Yeah, no, we saw him last time. I'm good. I'm good for a little bit, I think. Go back this way. See if we see any more stuff we want to investigate. I'm seeing like fragments, the metal salvage, but that's all fine and good, and we'll probably get that eventually. It's not really what we need right now. I just really want more blueprints. I could go down. I think we've pretty much taken all the wrecks from this area. We've been in over here? Can't remember. Oh, there's a life pod. I wonder if that's not 4, is it? I think that's like 17 or something. No, 6? Did we get a notification? I think we did, but... Oh, alright. We clearly haven't been here. Just had a piece of lead in here?
Integrating new PDA data.
Anything else I can do? So some flares. Alright, so we found 6. I remember being like, oh, and here's, what is this? Ultraglide fins, nice. Alright. So that was awesome. Those are make a huge difference. We'll be able to swim a lot faster here. Definitely gonna build those when we get back. Let's grab this piece of quartz actually. Start picking it up, this kind of stuff up now since we're closer to where we're gonna closer to home. So not like we're gonna be lugging a whole bunch of materials anywhere. We can always just drop them off. And since we got power again, it's not a big deal. For the time being, anyway. Might have to build the moon pool before we even get the multi-purpose room, just so we can get these things charging. Is this a fragment we don't have? Can't tell. Oh, yeah, it is. Can't scan it, but there we go. That wreck, I'm pretty sure we've searched, right? Can I search you? Oh, there's some scanner room pieces I don't need. Alright. I'm questioning myself. Yeah, no. Don't need that. Bunch of scanner room pieces. Alright, well there's the entrance, so we'll just double check. Oh, flashlight. Wrong spot. Wrong spot again. Alright, there we go. Propulsion cannon, which we just got. Take the titanium, I suppose. But that makes me feel like we haven't been in here. Oh, no, we definitely haven't, because we don't have these. Now we can have plants. Not that we have anything we really want to grow yet, but when we do, we have the pots for it. Oh, we'll definitely want a picture frame. I don't know if I want to investigate that until I've gotten a refresh on the air. Nothing else. There's a door. I don't know. I was like, do we have a bench yet? No. I don't think we have wall planters. Nope. Getting a whole bunch of blueprints in here. This is nice. There's a laser door and another door. Looks like you can open, but there's something in the way. Oh, maybe I can use the propulsion cannon to pull that stuff out of the way. Give it a shot. So we got that stuff. Let's try. No, it doesn't let you pull any of that stuff. So that's not gonna happen. We'll cut our way through this door, see what we got in here. The wrecks look so similar, like I can't always distinguish. Even though I know I've played the beginning of this game before, so maybe I'm thinking back to one of those. I can't, it's still hard to distinguish which ones I've been into. That's why I try to always make sure I leave all the doors open and stuff, so I'm not coming back. Modification stations we already have, but like I said, we're pretty close. Ooh, what's this? Lightweight high capacity tank, okay. Take that. Maybe we'll take that, just see what's down here first.
Passing 100 meters.
More modification station. I can see I'm kind of low. Lots of prints in here. Vehicle upgrade console, that's awesome. There's so much stuff in here. I kind of want to go back up before I'm running low on air. Because it takes a second. Like, that's what you gotta do. You can make sure you're. Because I still would have had 30 seconds, but.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
You know what? If you get in there, you'll get panicky if you're running like really low on air. I know because I've definitely done it, and so I always try to give myself like a little bit extra time than they even want to give you. We got that one right. That's a new noise, and I don't like it. I don't think we have this yet either. And we're getting all sorts of blueprints in here. This is awesome. Fortunately, we have the modification station already because there's about 100 pieces for that. If we could hold all the... We don't have like a ton of room left because I don't want to take it right now in case we find something else we want. But this room is basically jam-packed with modification station blueprints. And make sure I'm not missing anything else. I don't think so. It's just all modification station. And we check. I'm not gonna go too far because I'm running a little low on air. But I think. Oh no, we can go down that one too. So we're not quite finished. It's a big wreck. It doesn't look this. I mean, it looks fairly sizable from the outside, but usually even the wrecks that are fairly big, you can't always explore everything. This one actually lets you explore quite a bit. I'll say that. Let's see how much of...
Passing 100 meters.
Oh, this one goes right back outside. Of course. Okay. I can't see anything. Okay. So that looks like that was it. But I mean, we got... Ooh, they're starting to get infected. So you see all those green spots. That means even the fish over in this area are starting to get infected. We didn't find Life Pod 4, but we did find Life Pod 6 and quite a few blueprints. Get those built here momentarily. What's that? Is that the wreck? Is that a stalker? What is that? It's just like a stalker hovering? Maybe just... Oh, okay, no. It's another little tiny wreck. You can see that, like, off in the distance, like, just was, like, the glimmer of the side of it. When I say tiny wreck, it's actually not... Oop! Not that small, but compared to the one we were just in. I feel like the opening's gotta be over here. It's, like, the only... Maybe, or maybe underneath. Or right there. You can see the shadow of my hair. What is he doing? Okay, that's not physically possible. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. Like, see your shadow like that. Another PDA. Need to be listening to these.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, here's life pod 6.
What are you doing? You were gone so long. I thought you drowned. Put the flare down. I was going to try and attract someone's attention. That's not a distress flare. Stop winding it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
Okay, so, I mean, they just blew themselves up, sounds like. Oh, we got a new message. We'll check that out here in a second. Yeah, so it doesn't look like this one, unfortunately, has anything that we need in it. How much more space we have? We gotta have a decent amount of space, so I will take the titanium off of these. I think that's it. Okay. Oh. I was looking these, hoping that there's gonna be an upgrade piece, but what the heck is going on? I was like stuck inside the door. Hey, nice ship on. And like, they just never have them. I've seen, like, I swore that that's like, I mean, they're upgrade bays. I swore that's where you would get them from, but doesn't seem to be the case so far. Or maybe I was getting unlucky. Glide. Well, the reef backs are always a good sign. Yep, I was gonna say reef backs usually mean I'm getting close to back where I want to be. Yeah, it's kind of up here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Alright, so they're coming. We gotta be ready for that. We got 40, so we can bring both those. Wait, what else do we have? Oh, this is all of our gear. I don't think I'll be carrying around the propulsion cannon all the time, only because it takes up so much inventory space. It is nice to have, for sure, but it's not nice enough that we're going to take up all that inventory with it. Since we did those batteries, actually, let's take this one out. What else? Oh yeah, laser cutter, for sure. Anything else low on battery? Not really. Okay, so we'll put these guys in here. Now we put them in an electronics box. Yeah, all these are 100% charged. So go ahead and put this one in, that one in. Alright, we are good to go now. Well, looks like we're going to have to hold off on that too. I was going to try to make us the Ultraglide fins. Now we're getting all these blueprints that we can't make. So it's, you know what it is, this next one, we got to go to the island. Whether the story is ready to go there or not, we can go check out that dry land point over there. Sunbeam is looking for a place to park, so they're getting pretty close. So it looks like it's going to be the island the next episode finally. We did get a ton of blueprints this time, which is going to be awesome for as soon as we grab that multi-purpose room, we'll be able to slap on not only those, but the moon pools. We'll have a place to upgrade because we have the vehicle upgrade console now, we'll have a place to upgrade our Seamoth. We're gonna be good to go. We're gonna have everything that we need. We just need to head over to that island. So that means that's where we're headed. So I hope you guys liked everything in the next episode. I'm gonna grab us up some food, so we'll be ready to go for next time. But if you guys have any comments, if you have anything you guys want to see, we're gonna, like I said, we're probably gonna be heading to the island, but I'll try to get everything in that we can. Also, if you guys could hit the subscribe and like buttons and turn on that bell for notifications, I would really appreciate it. But I'll see everybody in the next episode.